And there we go, guys. We got the win with only a couple minutes in there. What's going on, guys? If you want to support our content and pick up this month's amazing Patreon rewards, you can do so at patreon.com/itresolves. If you're interested in custom playmats and sleeves, visit YourPlaymat.com and use code ITRESOLVES10YP for 10% off your entire purchase. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another week of gameplay videos. Today we are sticking with Innistrad Midnight Hunt Standard. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about with this deck, but before we do, just want to remind you, if you're not already, please subscribe. We do have a giveaway going on right now, so if you do subscribe, you are entered to win a free Innistrad Midnight Hunt bundle. That will be given away on Monday, September 27th or 26th, one of those days. So next week, I believe, is when we'll be giving that away. So please do go ahead and subscribe, join our community. We'd certainly appreciate having you. And I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, leave a like. But we're talking werewolves today. I've seen a number of different lists for werewolves. Most of them did not feature black, but I wanted to give black a little bit of a shot in this one. So we are going Jund werewolves here. A little bit of an interesting one. That black splash allows us to do two things. First and foremost, it allows us to play a good bit of just solid removal. The green-red version focused heavily more on like Frostbite as snowlands or fight effects, both of which are very good. So don't get me wrong, it may not be worth the color splash, but I also wanted to play Sarulf, Realm Eater, which is a Kaldheim card, 3/3 for 3. Whenever another permanent an opponent controls is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you put a 1/1 counter on Sarulf, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have one or more counters on it, you can remove all of them, and if you do, exile each other non-land permanent with mana value less than or equal to the number of counters removed this way. Now, this may not be super helpful, but I wanted to give this one a shot. Not only does it buffer itself up with some of these little kill spells and things like that, but it also can kind of deal with more stuff. So we've got more variety in our removal, where again, I think we didn't necessarily have that in the previous just green-red version. That being said, we do still feature a lot of the same cards as you would normally expect. Ranger class, just a fantastic 2-drop. Oh my gosh, these class cards are amazing. We do have the pack leader here for a little bit of card draw. Kessig Naturalist, giving us a little bit of mana, but then on that Nightbound side, other wolves and werewolves you control get +1/+1, so obviously huge for us. And then whenever it attacks there, you also gain that mana, so very, very helpful. Snakeskin Veil, obviously in here just as a protection spell, by the way. Give us a little bit of hexproof, protect our stuff, and then throw some 1/1 counters around. Reckless Stormseeker, very interesting. A 2/3 for 3, but it gives itself, if you don't have anything else, it gives itself +1 and haste until the end of the turn, or you can choose another creature each turn that you do that. On that night side, 3/4 that gives +2/+0 and haste, so very, very strong. Primal Adversary, the idea is this is kind of the big finisher. Especially if we have the Stormseeker out, we can give this haste, really buff this thing up if we've got enough lands, and then hopefully throw out some lands as 3/3s as well. Tovolar, Dire Overlord, whenever a wolf or werewolf deals combat damage to a player, you actually get to draw a card. So again, pulling in those card draw aspects so we can kind of keep moving forward. The great thing about this list is because we feature so much day and nightbound, we don't have to play things. We can still get a lot of value by actually not playing things, but it is very nice to be able to keep us moving forward. It is a legendary creature though, so only featuring 2 here. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves and or werewolves, it becomes night, then transform any number of human werewolves you control. And then when this flips, same thing, anytime you deal damage you get to draw a card, but you can also pump up a target werewolf or wolf, which is really, really helpful. We of course have to feature Arlinn here, a very, very nice little planeswalker. I'm not going to go through everything here, but obviously does have some very relevant effects for us. And then at the very top end, we've got Tovolar's Huntmaster, just allowing us to kind of pump out a lot of extra stuff. Nice little beater as well. It also does fight certain things if we can get it onto the night side. In terms of lands, we're really just featuring a very heavy green-red package with a little bit of black splashed in there. We don't need a ton, but we do want to have access to our removal, so I do have a number of black producing lands as we need them, featuring a lot of pathway lands, so that way we can kind of drop those as needed. But this is going to be fun, guys. I haven't tested this one out really. I did do just a basic bot match just to try it out, but other than that, this is all going to be new to us. So we're going to give this one a shot. We're going to hopefully have some fun along the way. Stick with us, guys. We're going to shoot for 20-30 minutes, somewhere in there. We'll see how many games we can get in, and let's see how this one plays out. All right, guys, here we are for game number 1, and this is just about perfect, honestly. We've got some nice little 2 into potential 3. We probably want to hold off on that if we can, but we've got a nice 2 into 2, and then potentially leaving up that Snakeskin Veil on turn 3. So yeah, all too happy to pick this one up. The other thing about this list that's really, really nice with the Ranger class, you don't have to play cards from your hand to do stuff, if that makes sense. So you can just level up the Ranger class, get that down, and then transform a lot of stuff on the Nightbound side. But our opponent looks like they're taking just a minute. That is fine. Let's go ahead and keep here, guys. And let's see what happens. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, Stormseeker is amazing. Exactly what we want here. With that in mind, it looks like we're against Werewolves. That's hilarious. With that in mind, what do we want to do here? I mean, I think we'll just play out Kessig. This does, again, provide us with a little extra mana, potentially. Now, they could very easily fight this off here, no doubt about it, but we're going to give it a shot. Obviously, just going to take the 3 here. Now, they could have a fight spell. It looks like they did not, which is good for us, so happy to see that. Let's throw this down, and let's throw this down. Now, again, the Stormseeker can give itself haste, which is quite good here. And it looks like they're going to Frostbite. Okay, fair enough. Do we want to attack? I think probably not. They may have a way to kill this, and that's fine. It's not ideal for us, of course, but we're going to do the best we can. This is actually a truly great test because we are seeing what, you know, green-white or green-red would do specifically against the Jund version. And it may lose. We have no idea, but we're going to do the best we can. We're going to have some fun regardless. So let's see what we can do here. All right, best possible options. They might just level these up. We do want to leave up a Snakeskin Veil, I believe. I think the play is going to be to throw out this Primal Adversary here first, obviously for no added value. And I think we're just going to pass here. Let's see what they do. I'm very curious. They obviously have a lot more power on the field, but we do have stronger, I would say, removal in general. So I'm very interested, again, to see how this actually plays out. We haven't drawn any removal, which is a bit sad, but we'll figure that one out. All right, let's see what they want to do. They're going to attack in. They get 2 counters to throw around as they see fit here. Yes. Yep. Resolve all of that. And what we are going to do is declare blocks here. I'm going to make sure that we do this. And let's throw the counter here. We'll auto pay. There we go. I've actually had it not work where for whatever reason it didn't allow me to do that. So I just want to make sure that we could. Okay. Interesting. This is not the best place to be, obviously. Now we could Werewolf Pack Leader attack in with the 6/5. I don't think I want to do that. I don't particularly want to just lose out to a lot here. We can do this. And then... yeah, we can do this. Yeah, let's do it. Screw it. We need to get some damage in here. All right. Obviously, things transform back. That's fine. They can very easily just go for Arlinn or just try and kill us here. They've got plenty to kill us, so we're taking a risk by attacking in for sure, but that's fine. All right, gonna take a hit here. Yep. This also has to attack, by the way, for us to draw a card, just as a heads up. That's why we didn't draw a card. Okay. So we do just have to block. There's no way around it. Again, maybe not the best attack on our end, but I was just like, you know, we want to deal some damage. We would have potentially just traded some stuff off there. Let's do this. It's going to get us a 2/2, which, again, isn't amazing, but it is something. Let's get another extra pair of 2/2s here. Arlinn is very, very powerful just in terms of being able to spit out a lot of tokens at once, which is kind of sick. Yeah, and unfortunately, that's going to be it. I think we're just going to lose. I mean, let me be clear. They had a a much more efficient few turns here than we did. And that's okay. I think we're going to lose occasionally with these things. So that's fine. We're just going to test this out and have some fun. So it doesn't matter. Sure, they're going to level up. That makes a lot of sense. This is going to... I guess we don't... Well, Arlinn has Nightbound. That's about it. Yep. Copy a creature token here, so they're going to get this, and then they're going to spit out some counters naturally. We definitely want to kill that, and we literally have to block... Whoa. Yeah, okay. So we literally have to block everything else. But we do want to kill that chariot just so they can't... There's the last... Or Infernal Grasp. That would have been helpful a little while ago. Well, let's do this first. Let's see what we can get off the top. It's a land. Oh, no. All right. Well. Yeah. I mean, we're dead here, so we're just gonna deal as much damage as we can and go with that. We'll throw a counter here. All right. I mean, hey, that was a pretty solid effort, to be fair. We were closer than we thought the whole time, solely because we can deal a lot of damage at once, but the opponent got us. I'm gonna go ahead and concede here, and let's move on to game 2. All right, guys, here we are for our second game. Now, do we want to keep this? This is a bit of a sketchy one. As you can tell, we don't have double green, so we can't get the pack leader down early. If we do just get any land, though, we are in pretty good shape. I'm gonna sketchy keep this one. Again, this is a learning experience for us. I don't even know if this deck is good, but I thought, you know what? Let's just have some fun and give it a shot. And I'm glad we have. This has been really fun. Now, this does allow us to get the pack leader down on turn 2, which is great. I'm expecting werewolves again. No, what is this? Okay, interesting. All right, so we drop this out for green. That gets the pack leader down. And that's all we're going to do this time. Also, guys, I just wanted to say really quickly, and I'm going to jump away from the game for a second. Look at this. We got it. The change poster is here. It is available in our store. I am so stoked for that because I really, really like it. If that's something you do want to pick up, please feel free. It's kind of cool. I really like that we're able to print stuff like that and just do some fun stuff. All right, so we can Stormseeker here to get in with the Werewolf pack leader, and aside from that, we could Infernal Grasp and then basically leave up the Snakeskin Veil. I actually do kind of like that because we are still then available to attack him with the pack leader, which I'm happy to do. Yep. All right. And again, we get to leave up that Snakeskin Veil. We may not need it, but this is a red deck, so I'm expecting some amount of burn. To be honest, with the rotation and standard, I don't know all of the burn that we're expecting to see here. What we can also do here is just Snakeskin Veil at the end of the turn to get past the 4 mark here, and actually get in for another attack next turn, which doesn't seem terrible either. We'll see. All right, they're going to pass. I think I'm going to try it. This may not work. Obviously, we're being overly aggressive for sure, but we're going to give it a shot. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this out. This just means that there's added value to this attack. They can definitely just double block here, and that's totally fine, but we are gonna do our best to kill some things. We are, I think, gonna get this out of the way. It just allows us to get in for further attacks later on, so I think that that's the best play. I think so. There's a Sika, fantastic little card. God of the Tree. All right. I'm gonna go for the double black play. That might not be correct, I don't know, but we're gonna see. All right, get to throw this out. Do we want to throw the counter here or here? I kind of want to throw it here and just get the double attack in. They can, again, double block and kill something, but we are going to have to kill something as well. So we're keeping them off of as many creatures as we possibly can by doing this, which I think is relevant. Yeah, so we definitely block like this. We draw a card off of the Overlord, which is fantastic, and there is our land to get the Huntmaster down. Now, let me be clear, this deck that we are up against does seem quite good in some respects, but it also seems a bit odd in others, so I'm very curious to see if we can manage the win here. It feels a little awkward to play against this deck, but that's okay. Easy, play the Huntmaster, get this thing down. That way we at least have a way to deal with the Vorinclex on the field. Now we do have, again, a heavy removal package, so we should be able to find a win here if we can get through that, but that Sculptor is going to make it a little bit challenging. We will see. All right, we did get to transform some stuff, though. That's quite nice. Interesting. So we have some options here. We can just drop the Pack Leader, drop the Stormseeker, give haste, or attacks. That's so good. Or we can fight off some things, but it does have to be another target werewolf. Something to keep in mind there. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Now again, we are 100% gonna be losing that creature, but this does allow us to get a full-on attack in, which I think is worth it. We're going to leave everything else up on blocks here just to see what we can get. Unfortunately, just a land, but we do get, again, 2 little 2/2s here, which is quite helpful. And if they want to double block the 7/7, that's fine, but it doesn't seem ideal. This does trigger anytime a wolf does some damage here, so we obviously are going to kill that Vorinclex. Just get that out of there, and then they can trade off here if they'd like. Definitely kill the Vorinclex. Cool. So that got rid of 2 very substantial threats on the field and drew us further into the deck, which is fantastic. So I'm super happy with that. We did have to trade off some big stuff, of course, but I think we can outpower these little 0/1s for the most part. Let's see. Oh, that is very, very good. Okay, so we can pay that twice. And we can give it haste with the slasher here. Yeah, I think this is it. So we're going to do this. We're going to auto pay, and we're going to auto pay. And then these, do these untap? I don't believe so, but that's fine. Let's do this. We are going to give haste here. And I think we just attack like this. Potentially, we could attack with everything, really. Oh, we did it. All right, cool. I didn't really expect us to win that turn, but that was really good. All right, well done. We got a win, guys. Let's move into game 3. All right, guys, here we are for game number 3. And the question is, do we want to keep? I mean, it's a pretty interesting hand here. I think I am going to keep it. We've got the Infernal Grasp to deal with some of these early game threats, which is going to be helpful, as it turns out. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and throw the green source out here. We'll get one of these pathway lands down, and then we should be in pretty good shape. That is a very easy target for a removal spell. Yeah, I think we just throw this out. The question is, do we want to Infernal Grasp now to just go ahead and kill this? And I actually think the answer is yes. They've got a lot of options that they're going to be able to play this coming turn to drop that second spell. So we're going to try and get them out of that as quickly as we can here. Sure. Yep. Very, very solid turn for them. Again, with just 2 mana, they put a lot of power on the field just now. Now, we could have waited on that Infernal Grasp, and potentially that would have been better, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and drop this. Do we drop the Adversary or just the Stormseeker? I'm going to drop the Stormseeker here. I kind of want to hold off on that as best we can. I'm going to leave this up on blocks because, again, we do kind of just need to last for a little while. This is a very scary opponent to be against here, so we are going to have to... Yeah, look at this. They can flash that back. That is so powerful. Look at that damage. I mean, I think we're kind of needing to block here. So unfortunate, but I think that's just the only thing we can do. Let's drop you down. Drop you down. We'll just level this up. Again, gonna be taking some hits here, but there's not much we can do about it. Next turn, we can get a little bit of a 2-for-1 with the Primal Adversary, but I think we're gonna be in bad shape here. There's the Portable Hole, taking out that 2-2. Ugh, yep, all right. Getting extra damage in with that. That is very good. This mono white weenie kind of list. We're also just drawing only lands, which is a little unfortunate. Auto pay, but unfortunately this will not matter. It does come into play tapped, and yeah, I think we're just gonna die here. Yeah, all right, well done, opponent. Let's move on. We're gonna go to game 4. All right, guys, here we are for our 4th and probably final game. The question is, do we keep? And I think we do. We've got a nice little 2 into 3 here that we might be able to get an extra card off of as well. The Sarulf, a little bit stranded until we can get a black source, but again, we've got enough in the deck that it's not that unreasonable to be able to draw some later on and then just drop that down. Again, one thing that we are testing here, guys, I just want to reiterate the fact that obviously the green-red version of this deck, I think, is the much, we'll say, more normal, for lack of a better term, the more normal version of the list. I think that might very well be more efficient. However, I did want to try out black in here. I think that gives you a little bit more, we'll say, inevitability when it comes to the removal package, that you can deal with a little bit more. Unless, or whereas the green-red version is very, very good and very focused, I think a little bit more focused, but really only deals with the creature side of things, which is fine. I just wanted to see if we could get something a little stronger out there. This may not work, I have no idea, but we're gonna give it a shot. I mean, we've gotten 1 win out of 3 games. It's not amazing, but it's not bad either. I mean, we're learning, and this is a new format, and so it's okay if we just try some stuff out. I'm all too happy to see what we can do. Cram Session. Interesting. What a interesting deck here. Very curious to see how this actually goes. We're going to definitely play another back leader and just do this. It allows us to attack in with everything, draw a couple extra cards here, which just seems great. The opponent could very easily sweep, maybe, which would be very, very good on their end. But again, we can just get in for a lot of damage. Oh, okay. Well, we got a second win. Yay. Let's play one more. We still have a few extra minutes here, guys. Let's go ahead. We'll play a 5th game. We're getting a lot of games in with this one, but it's a fun one. Again, we're testing. Let's see what happens. Here we are, guys. This is going to be our final game. Just as a quick heads up, we will try and keep this. I don't love it, but we'll do the best we can. We do have to make a decision here at some point with the Bloodchief's Thirst or the Stormseeker based on the Pathway land. The good news is we might be able to kind of swing something out here. Interesting. Okay. We're going to try for the aggro play and see what happens. Now, they could very easily have a lot of bounce in their list. I wouldn't be very surprised, or just some really powerful kind of kill stuff, but looks like they don't. I'm going to do this. We're going to keep the damage train going here as best we can. This is a pretty big attack on turn 2, 6 damage on turn 2. This is a nice little sequence of turn 2 into 3 with these 2 cards here. Allows you to get in for an attack, draw a card, do a lot all at once. Now again, we've got the Bloodchief's Thirst if we need it. I'm going to go ahead and play this land here. Yeah, I'm going to throw this out. They're going to counter. That's fine-ish. We're obviously going to take a little bit of damage here, but that's not the end of the world. I'm just going to kill this. So they're going to tap this, I'm sure. Sure. And that's fine. But here we go to attacks, and we get a very, very strong attack in as well. And again, continuously just keep drawing cards. We're dealing 8 damage right there. So they do have to maintain something here. And truthfully, the Stormseeker might be the scarier card for them based on the fact that it powers up and gives haste. This Symmetry Sage is interesting. It's a very good card for a little 1 mana, 0/2. It actually does quite a bit, but is it good enough? Is it good enough? I don't know. I haven't. I'm not convinced, is what I will say. But I do like it. It's a beautiful little card. And there we go, guys. We got the win with only a couple minutes in there. But we are going to call that there. We are going to chat about this list, though. All right, guys. So what do we think of Jund Werewolves? I think it's okay. It's not necessarily the best. I don't know if it's as good, again, as just the Gruul version or the red-green version. I haven't tested that version out yet. So we'll maybe do that again off camera, or maybe not even off camera. We'll probably do it on camera and try that one out at some point. But I just wanted to see what I could do with this list. This is my own version, so it does have my own little take on it. That may not be the best, I don't know, but I really like it. I think it's fun. Give it a shot, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I love this list. I do love that we've got a lot more werewolf support now, and so I hope you guys are enjoying playing around with this new set. It's very, very fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will see you again very soon for some more gameplay videos. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe if you are not already. We'd certainly appreciate it. Good luck to everybody in the giveaway. I'll see you guys again very soon.